Well, hello and welcome. Today's exciting episode is a Von Trapp family episode where I take one bit of fabric and I make 3 dresses out of it. Wow!
It's perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect jacket.
So if you watched the fabric haul earlier this month, you will know that I got 3 yards of this double white quilt backing fabric in yellow. It's yellow base with a sort of mustard yellow flowers on top. And I was going to make a couple of different dresses out of it, but I ended up making 3. So I made one off camera just because I wasn't sure. And that's got about 3 yards of fabric in it. So double wide, it basically just means when you buy 3 yards of fabric, you're basically buying 6 yards. So I made that dress with about half of it. That's the Empire Line Simplicity one. And now I've cut some strips that I'm going to use as the skirt, and then I made these 2 bodices. The one on the left is the Butterick 6677 and the one on the right is a vintage one. It's Simplicity S8447 from the 1940s, so it's World War II era, and it's bib and braces, so overalls. And yeah, I was just going to make the bodice as the bodice for the dress and with the crossover back, and just make a skirt. But yeah, it's I don't know, I don't really like it. I've already altered it a bit because my frame is a bit small, but I don't know, I don't like it. So I think I'll alter it a little bit more, but I'll leave it for now. So yeah, I'll leave it on there at the moment, and I'll do the other dress first. I'll do the skirt for the 6677 dress. So what I'm going to do with this is, as I said, I cut all these strips and I've cut another fabric as well. It's yeah. And then this is for the second, this is for the overalls one. I'm basically using 2 strips that are left over, as well as that vintage flower in a vase fabric. I've cut that into strips as well. So yeah, that's for this one here. And I fiddled around with this a bit more, and I don't hate it quite so much. So I've decided I will make it up, because I was just tempted to just pull it apart and make a regular bodice. But I think what I'll do is those flaps, they sort of look like cat ears at the top. I'll just sort of straighten out the edges and yeah, sort of just shave down a bit off the top edges of the bodice, because I really don't like them. I think just because my shoulders are basically as small as the mannequins, it just looks ridiculous. It would look fine on a person of average dimensions, but yeah. So then I went ahead and I sewed together this skirt. So the top tier is 1.5 yards long, and then it goes 2, 2, 2, then 4, 4, 4, and I sewed them all together, pleated it down, and I will attach that to the bodice that I like. And this one, yeah, I've decided I'm just going to turn the whole thing inside out and just shave down sew down the corners so that they sort of look more rounded, go more smoothly into an underarm. So yeah, so I sewed on the skirt for this one here, and oh my gosh, this is adorable. I've currently got it with the 1950s petticoat underneath it, and it is just the most cute thing you've ever seen. It's so cute. So this one, it is time to take it off the mannequin and actually fix some of the things. Yeah, I can't believe how much I hated this, but it's turned out okay. But yeah, I put the 1950s petticoat underneath it. Isn't it adorable? Oh, I love it so much. Anyway, and with this one, can you see, I sort of turned it inside out and sewed down those edges so that there's no corners. It's just sort of a gentle slope into an underarm and then into the back. So I much prefer it this way. And I also machine sewed on the back to the cross things that go over the shoulders. And yeah, I don't love it, but I do like it. So it will do for now. I am tempted to just buy more of that vintage flower in a vase fabric, and or something similar, and just make a new bodice. But I'll leave it for now. And also, I don't really like the two lighter coloured fabrics. I'll wear it for a year or a season, and then I think I might end up taking them out and putting in some blue fabric maybe, or a different yellow. I don't know. I'll wear it for a bit and see how I feel. And then I've popped the Empire dress in the background too. So yeah. I think I tried to do too many dresses. I think I've got it's yellow and purple month, and I do have the purple still to go. So I think when I make things out of the purple, I will, I just feel like I could have used a little bit more fabric in each of these. Like the Empire line dress at the back, it's only 3 yards of fabric, but it would have looked so much more cute if it had been 4 yards of fabric. This one on the left, actually, this is pretty gorgeous. I love that one. But this one on the right, I feel like if each layer had been fuller and I don't know, those two light ones, if they'd been blue or something, I don't know. I just feel like if I'd had more fabric. Also, I don't completely love that bib and braces bodice, so maybe that's part of it. I do have a shirt, a half-finished shirt in white and yellow and blue. So I think if I put the shirt on, finish the shirt first, and then put it on under the bib and braces dress, that would be super cute, because then you'd see it's kind of got blue and hot pink and on a white base with yellow. So it will sort of tie in those two lighter colour panels. Because at the moment, when you see it next to the other 1950s dress, it just looks like a leftovers. So yeah, it'll look more like its own thing when I wear it with the shirt. So I should probably finish that. Oh, and I also took a bit of footage with each of the dresses by themselves. So this is the bib and braces one by itself. I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it. It's I think it would be absolutely fine on someone with regular size shoulders, but I have tiny ones, and just shoulder straps always just fall off, and it annoys the bejesus out of me. So as long as I'm wearing a tie around the waist, then I think they're less likely to slip. So this is the shirt that I was talking about, and I've made a hood top for it, but I also made a collar, so I don't know which one to do. I don't think you can do both. But yeah, I think maybe the hood I'll put on the blouse, because I've got another couple of shirts and I'll just do the collar on them. But I also have this beige one. It's forest. It's got like leaves and mushrooms and bugs on it. So I put that under it. It sort of matches the two leftover bits. They've got sort of goldy beige stuff in them. So, but not really. I don't know. It looks more like Farmer Joe, doesn't it? It's yeah, it's not really mixing. I don't know, it's just not working for me. I don't like it. This is it from the back. It looks like one of those weightlifter belts. I just don't like it. I think it would be fine with just a t-shirt underneath it. But yeah, I think it's the big puffy sleeves. I absolutely love them, but it does mean that you can't really see the waist. And yeah, I think puffy sleeves are awesome, but on a tiny frame with small shoulders, such as mine, it doesn't really work. This is it without the belt. And yeah, I think I like it like this, just with a plain t-shirt underneath will be fine. And this is it from the side. Yeah. I mean, I was tempted to do the sides lower and the back lower, but this is the actual lines, apart from the bit that I modified. So I think it's fine. I'll just wear it for a bit and then see from there. As I said, I machine sewed the straps on at the bottom. You're supposed to sew them on at the bottom and then do buttons at the front. And I was like, no, there's no way I'm doing that. So this way I can just stitch it all and change it into something else. Whereas if you make buttonholes, it's, you're cutting into fabric, you can't really change it as easily. So yeah, and it's sort of, you can just tuck the excess bit in the back there quite easily. And I still haven't pulled the thread through and done them that way. That's why I haven't cut them off. I'm going to finish them properly. Okay, so this is the next dress. This is the Empire Line one, and the sleeves are these puffy sleeves from New Look, with the dress is a simplicity one. And instead of doing the V-neck with the center seam, what I did was I made it more of a U than a V, the neckline, and I brought it up a couple of inches. So, and then I sort of cut it on the fold so that it's one whole front piece rather than two sewn together, because I really, really hate having that center seam. And this is it from the side. I do prefer this dress with a tie on it, just, I don't know, just me personally. But yeah, so here it is from the back. So here it is with a tie. It just looks so much prettier, in my opinion. And here it is from the side. The silhouette also looks prettier. And here it is from the front. I do like this neckline better, but it's still quite deep. So I would wear like a mint green or a beige t-shirt underneath it. And or maybe like if you had a lemon one, that would be cute too. But yeah, I think it's quite cute, and I'd definitely wear if I was wearing this sash and this necklace, then I'd wear the green Valentino handbag as well. But you know what I do have? I made this for in October last year for Halloween month, and it's orange, pink and purple. So now I'm going to put a tie over the top. I think we will, actually, I've got another one that will pick up the pinks. So I think I'll get that one out. So this is what the pink and red one looks like. That's actually quite cute. It looks like candy, mix of candy. That's very cute. Because I was going to use some of this yellow fabric and make a sort of starburst dress out of it with pink and red and orange, but I forgot, so I've used it all up, so I can't. Anyway, I'll be able to dress it up in a starbursty kind of way, perhaps. This one, yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. I feel like you can see the dark purple shirt underneath a little too much. So we will go with the last tie. This is the winner. I love this. I think this is so super cute. This tie is from a different dress that I used most of this fabric in a different purpley, pinky fabric in a different dress. And yeah, these look so cute together. That's adorable. Yeah, this is definitely the winner. And hang on a second. Okay, I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but this is adorable. I've put my skirt over the top. It's a sort of just under the knee length 3-tier skirt, and yeah, in cotton lawns that I got from the UK. So cute. Okay, last dress. So this one is the one with the Butterick 6677 top and just tiers of fabric for the skirt. This is it with no 1950s petticoat underneath and just a tie on it. So in a second, this is it from the back. And it's kind of plain, but also kind of cute. And this is it with the tie off. I really like it with a tie or a sash on. It sort of helps cinch in the waist and kick out the dress. Whereas if you don't have one, then it's straight up and down, which is cool. If you're sort of getting pestered or you have to go somewhere with unpleasant people, then yeah, this is nice because it's sort of straight up and down and there's nothing attractive about it, but it's still a really cute dress. So, yeah, I don't know. I like it. And this is it with a different tie on. And I don't know, I kind of like trying different ties on. I do prefer the other one though. And I've also put a tie on the other dress. So the difference between these two is that one is longer than the other, really. I took a couple of photos in a different light. There wasn't as much light and they looked really similar, but in real life they're so completely different. It's like it didn't occur to me that someone would assume they were almost exactly the same. It's like, no, they are so completely different. When you're up closer, I guess you can see, and because I was the one who was making them and I know the fabrics, I'm like, I couldn't understand how you could confuse the two, but now I kind of see it. I still would never confuse the two. This, if I make this style dress again, I won't. The top tier is 1.5 yards. I think I should make it 2 yards. And the first 3 can be 2 yards, but then anything under that needs to be 3 or 4 yards. So you just sort of readjust the 1950s petticoat, and which I've done now, and it looks perfectly fine. But I still think moving forward that 1.5 yards isn't quite enough for the first tier if you've got, proper adult size hips. If you've got really slight hips, then it's fine. But yeah, I just think the 2 yards looks better. The pleats look fuller and therefore better, and it sits nicer. But I mean, it's a really, really cute dress. I think the one on the right is more sort of for sitting and for standing, like a garden wedding, or a garden reception, or a picnic, something picturesque where you just sort of stand. And whereas the one on the left is really easy and comfortable to walk in. So, because like the one on the right, I feel like it looks a lot better with the 1950s petticoat under it, whereas the long ones you would just never put a 1950s petticoat under, therefore they are much easier to walk in. So yeah, but I like it. I do like this fabric as better as the tie on the 1950s one. And this one, I don't particularly like this tie either. I just thought I'd try it. But this is my pansy fabric. It's sort of navy blue with some pastels and white on the left one. I think that looks way better. So yeah, there we go. Thank you for watching as I made 3 dresses out of the one piece of fabric. I'm not sure that one suits me, the bib and braces one, but at least I gave it a try. The U-shaped neckline looks fabulous with the shirt underneath it, absolutely fabulous. It's making me want to make more shirts. And this 1950s dress, oh my gosh, it is so cute. I just want to make another one. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I've got some mauvey purple fabric that's got the same pattern on it. It's just different colorway. So yeah, I guess I'll make probably only 2 rather than 3 dresses out of that. It's the same amount of fabric, but I think, yeah, with the Empire Line one, I want to see what that looks like with a little more fabric in it. And the 1950s dress, yeah, I think it would look cute as that as well. Or maybe a different vintage one. We shall see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've been inspired to make some summer dresses of your very own. And I am going to go figure out what I'm going to do with this mauve coloured fabric. Okay, bye.